Hey guys, Tony here, back with another video. Today we're going to be doing another episode of the card advantage, and today we're going to be doing the black Rakdos and Dimir rares. And our first rare we have is Blood Scrivener. This guy is currently at $8. I think he's going to go down a lot. He's a very powerful ability with draw two cards and lose one life when you have no cards in hand. But I feel like he's very tied to the zombies standard deck. So if zombies doesn't become a deck in standard, then I don't think this guy will be very good. And I don't think zombies is going to be a deck in standard. Um, with also the zombies from Innistrad rotating out soon. But yeah, he was basically an ode to Dark Confidant in the original Ravnica, but he's significantly worse. He's a 2/1 for 2 with some draw 2 card ability. But I just don't think he's the draw 2 cards isn't going to happen frequently enough for him to be powerful. So I think we'll go down in price. The next card we have here is another split card. We have Breaking and Entering. This is at $2. I think it'll go down to like $1 since it has almost no constructed implications, mainly because the breaking half in constructed is not strong enough. There isn't really a mill deck, and just milling someone just with no extra abilities isn't really good enough for standard. And the entering part is also not good enough for constructed because there are better reanimation spells. Even once Innistrad rotates, I think Obstot's A will be a better reanimation spell. So this is a good standard card, though. It's a pretty decent EDH card for like Grixis Reanimator decks, but I don't think you'll see any constructed play. Next, we have Exava Rakdos Blood Witch, and she's currently at $4. I think she'll probably go down, though. Right now, in turn standard constructed, she's pretty much a Falkenrath Aristocrat type creature, an aggressive, just 4-mana creature. But Falkenrath Aristocrat is pretty much better in every way as evasion. It could be an indestructible. But after rotation, she might be decent. But the thing is, her second ability after rotation doesn't seem very good. Like, there aren't going to be that many creatures with 1/1 counters on them besides her after rotation. So I don't think she'll be like a 1/1 counter aggressive general since there's enough support for that deck. So I think she'll go down, but she's a very cool legendary creature. Next, we have Mastery of Cruelties, and this is a amazing EDH card. Everyone with their Kali decks just opened their mouth to the ground when they saw this card. It's worded in a way so that the only attack alone clause is sort of shutted up by Kalia since it comes in attacking with the Kalia. So it's an awesome Kali EDH card, and it might also be played in standard since it kills everything. It's amazing in combat. It can only attack alone, but whenever it attacks in standard, either one of their defenders or one of their creatures is going to die blocking it, or they're going to go down to 1, basically killing them. So this guy's very powerful. He's 5 mana, which is a lot, but I think he's going to stay at about $10 since every Kalia player wants one. It's an amazing casual card, and it could also be played in standard. And next we have is Sire of Insanity. This guy is also a very powerful card. He's currently at $6. I think he's going to stay around there. He's a great card in Jund because he completely wrecks control decks with Sphinx Revelation, making each player discard their hand is a very powerful effect. So I think it's pretty aggressively costed, 6/4 for 6. And it might not see extensive play, but at worst it'll see sideboard play. So I think it's definitely going to be played in standard and it'll retain most of its price, if not all of it. Next we have Trade Doctoring, and this card, not sure about this card because it does nothing. It's the only rare Cypher spell, and it might actually be the worst. It doesn't really do anything that I'm aware of. It might, some weird, like, it changes, like, different types of walk, so it could change, like, Island Walk to, like, some sort of Merfolk thing. You could play it against Merfolk to give their Island Walk, not Island Walk. But, yeah, this card, I don't know what this card does. And next we have Mirko Vosk Mindbreaker. So this is the Dimir Maze Runner. He's currently at 150. He'll probably stay around there. He's a definitely not powerful enough for standard since he's a 2/4 flying for 5, and then his ability doesn't really do too much for standard. Milling them doesn't. There isn't like a mill deck yet in standard. If there is a mill deck, this guy might fit in. But as it is, there isn't really a mill deck. But he is a pretty awesome casual card. 88, he seems like a pretty sweet general to build around. So yeah, I'll probably stay around 150. Yep. And we have our next hero, which is Notion Thief. This guy is currently at $6, and I think he's probably one of the most overhyped cards in this set. There's tons of talk about him. It's like, oh, you could play him in response to their Jace the Mind Sculptor in Legacy, and they'll have them like put 2 cards and they're like from their hand on top of their deck and aura, and then you draw the 3 cards. And it's like, okay, yeah, you're leaving up 2 blue and a black mana, waiting for their Jace the Mind Sculptor activation. No, I don't think so. This guy doesn't seem amazing to me. He seems like a lot of mana for what he does. He's very situational. Um, you can't really just hold him up the whole game. 4 mana is a lot to just hold up and wait for some draw effect. Some of my friends are running them in their commander deck. I also don't think he's amazing commander. You can go infinite with Consecrated Sphinx, which is kind of funny. But I just don't see this guy being that good. If he is going to be good, he might be better in Commander, since leaving up 4 mana to like surprise someone on their draw effect seems like actually plausible, as opposed to like constructed formats like Standard or Modern, where leaving up 4 mana just doesn't seem possible. And just killing him is way too easy. He's 1 toughness, so I just don't think this guy is very good. He's probably one of the most overhyped cards in the set, I would say. And then next we have Reap Intellect. This card is a very weird card. It's sort of similar to other, like, it's a mix between like a hand disruption spell and a card hoser spell, where you like search the library, graveyard, and hand for cards and exile all of them. But it costs a ton of mana. Um, X2 blue and a black is a ton of mana for what it does. It doesn't really like do anything, like parentheses. It just exiles cards from their hand that you don't want, and then you take those cards from their deck. So it's currently at $3. I think it'll go down because it definitely won't see standard play. It might see like casual play, like casual players might see this and think it does something, but it really doesn't. I don't think it does anyway. So yeah, I don't like this guy a lot. And that is it. So those are all the Rakdos, Dimir, and Blackberries. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, have a wonderful day.